Even men in Tanzania cheat.
What would you want me to do to spice up our union? Now, this is the side of the woman, and I have called it after the mistake, the action taken by the staying wife by choice. After the mistake, the action taken by the staying wife by choice. The wife finds out for the first time the husband has cheated or he has been cheating on her. The following are the response. And these are the response of the women who have already decided to stay in this union of marriage, regardless. Remember, it is not all about cheating, but this brought about many other things that gave birth even to the narcissistic tendencies and behaviors, which winded up even into physical battering. Don't forget that. So this wife who has decided, regardless of the situation, I'm staying in this union of marriage. The response from a wife who has made up her mind to stay regardless of the situation. She will confront the husband gently, in respect, with no drama whatsoever. This kind of women, they do not like confrontation. So they will kind of maintain the respect they have for their husbands. So yes, it is very painful. Yes, even this woman might be crying when he's confronting the husband in a gentle way. Why did you do this to me? You know? So she will confront the husband gently, in respect, with no drama whatsoever. She will ask the right question. Why her? Questions. So the right questions from this woman, and remember we are talking about the woman who has made a choice to stay in this union of marriage, irregardless. So number one, she confronts him gently, in respect, with no drama. Number two, she will ask the right question. What are the right questions? Why her questions? Why her, not me? Why did you have to go out? You understand? So these are the kind of questions that this woman will start asking. And the question is it that I do not cook better, good food, or better? Or have you tasted her food and the food is better than mine? So these are the right questions, because this woman now, she has resolved to exist in this place of all this is happening because of me. Remember, this woman has already psychologically made up her mind she's staying. So now she's trying to find fault, not from the husband, but from her. Is it because she's making good food than mine? Is it that I do not give it to you well? You know what I mean? You know? So does it mean that her bedroom game is A than mine, is better than mine? You know? Number three, what would you want me to do to spice up our union? You see, all these so-called right questions, and maybe from that platform, the wife will be thinking these are very wisdom-based questions. And I will tell you, do not blame this woman. The reason why she's asking this question is because she has been brought up in a religious tradition mindset where we were made to believe, me being one of them, we were made to believe that women are the homemakers. We are the ones who are supposed to make our homes. So these are so-called by then the right questions that this woman should be asking. What should I? Is it me? So all these questions is in line with me, and nothing to do with the husband. So the last one, which can be, it actually happens as a result of her being demeaned. Her self-esteem now has started being affected. It's actually affected already. So she will ask something like, has my looks changed? Do I look now uglier? Does it mean that what you saw when you approached me has now faded, or is not there? You're finding it out there, you know. So these are the questions that now this woman who has made a choice to stay in the union of marriage will begin asking the husband to try and understand why, or even try to help herself. By me changing or doing this thing, then my husband will stop going out. You see? This by choice staying wife in her wisdom, will begin to look into the above, all those questions, and much, much more to keep her marriage. She will become the best chef. She will become the best housekeeper, housewife, a great mother, a model if need be. Try to even be the best lover, the greatest businesswoman, because she will even try to understand who the husband is dating. What does she have that I don't have? Is it because she's good in business? She'll even start
Greatest businesswoman if she can be, because you realize that this woman will even try to find out what this other woman has that she does not have. Because remember, by the end of the day, the woman has every finger, everything she is turning, she's turning it to herself. So it has nothing to do with the husband's infidelity. It is the reason why the husband is cheating. So by the end of the day, it is those questions that will start now making her to overwork her system. Now, let me tell you the reason why I felt we needed to have this discussion. By this time, when this wife who has decided to stay in the union of marriage decides to do this and to start re-evaluating herself, number one, remember, she's starting to overwork herself. Maybe she's even a career woman. She has started now becoming everything and anything in that home, meaning that she doesn't even have time for herself. She doesn't have time to rest. She's trying to bring her A game in everything in that union of marriage. So number one, she'll start being stressed. She'll be tired. She will not have time to rest, meaning now any disease related to stress will begin to crop in. Number two, remember, she's still stressed by virtue of there's another woman in the picture. Now she no longer trusts the husband. Even when the husband is genuine, he's not cheating, she will never get to believe that there's a particular time that the husband will not be having another woman. So with these stress-related behaviors that she has started, this will lead to few things. She will start having migraines that never go, like they never stop. Stress-related ailments like heart palpitation, panic attacks, heart conditions, blood pressure, depression, mild strokes, sometimes winding up even being to full-blown strokes, And by the time she's getting there, it is kind of too late because her immune system, her body is already damaged. And also still remember, it doesn't matter even if she's going to suffer a stroke. She has still made a choice. She's not leaving the union of marriage. Reason? There are many reasons that can contribute to this. One of the reasons is how much she has invested in this union of marriage. Where is she going to go? For the sake of the children, that has always been a song. Some of the women who have made a choice, they have no families to depend on. Maybe this is an orphaned woman. She doesn't have any other family. The only family she knows is the husband and the children. So where are you telling her to go? And then again, this is a breadwinner. This is a woman who has been providing for their family. So if she's leaving this union of marriage, where even the husband has been contributing to this, how will the family survive? Everyone back at home is looking up to this woman. So where is she leaving her union of marriage to go to? So these are some of the thoughts that this kind of women have. The last one is, I'm not financially able to start off life again. Because in these cases, especially when you get to the narcissistic behavior, after you have crossed the line and you have started insulting and all the narcissistic behavior has started showing up, this kind of husbands, they always make sure that they have bankrupted the wife. Meaning that even if she wants to leave, how is she going to leave? So these are some of the strong, if I may say, reasons as to why these women make a choice to leave. On the other hand, regardless of whatever, you might be, some women are financially able, they are okay, they have families, but still they have made a choice that they're not leaving their union of marriage. So I needed to bring up this topic for these women to realize what they are doing in their lives, what they are doing to their bodies. They are saying, I am living in this marriage for the sake of the children. Who told you you are going to live long enough to take care of these children? When this ailment starts knocking your door, how long do you have to live to take care of these children? If you get that stroke, how are you going to take care of these children? If you get a sudden heart attack and you drop dead, which I have lived to see, one particular lady died just like that. Heart attack, the end, and she died. Did she live to take care of her children? There's also a particular case of a lady who used to have consistent migraines. Her case had gone to an extent of this girl calling her and insulting her. Actually, when they are together with the husband, the girl would take the husband's phone and call this wife and insult her using the husband's phone. So for her, she developed migraines, and she was doing very well. She was financially able. But to this day, I have never understood why she stayed in the union of marriage. But guess what? Her life was cut short and she died. She was at work, she got a migraine, she dropped, and she never woke up. She died. So the reason that now you understand why I needed us to have this discussion. It is okay, you have made a choice, do or die, you are living in this union of marriage. For the sake, mostly, number one, for the children. But when you are living in this union of marriage, is it guaranteeing you that you are living to watch these children grow up as you thought or as you wished? Is this environment conducive enough for your health? Because by the end of the day, even if you will not die because your husband will stab you, will shoot you, those who have licensed gun holders, husbands, or will kill you himself, if you're not going to die by his hands, are you not thinking that you will die because of him, but because of the stress that you have subjected yourself into? In my closing, let me make it very clear. It is obvious that majority of women now who are currently dying in their union of marriage, they are dying because of stress-related diseases. And that is why on the opening of this discussion, I said, stop, you are killing her. For the men who have been caught doing whatever they have been caught doing, kindly insulting your wife, abusing your wife, beating your wife, being provocative to your wife, is not the remedy to whatever you have done. Trying to demean her, what you are going to do is, you are going to rob your children of their mother. Because by the end of the day, you might say, some men will say, I'm not abusive. Yes, I do not physically beat her. Do I beat you? Maybe you have not raised your hands to beat her, but emotionally, psychologically, you have been battering her. And by the end of the day, stress-related diseases will catch up with this woman, will catch up with the wife, the mother of your children, and you're going to rob off these children their mother. So this is the discussion I wanted us to have. Let it sink in, these husbands. Let it sink in to these wives who have made a choice to stay in that kind of union of marriage. Again, I would want to say this. Men will say we always cheat, we are always cheating. I'll give you an example of some place I visited. I visited across the border some time back, and I will call it the nation of Tanzania. And for me, I'm always in my quest of trying to understand things. Even this discussion we are having, I've sat with men to try and understand why they cheat. I have learned so much that we cannot exhaust in this short period. I also learned something from Tanzania. Even men in Tanzania cheat. And one thing that was so profound, and I was not told by men, I was told by women, wives in Tanzania, women living in Tanzania. Yes, our husbands cheat, but guess what? Mpango wa kando, this other woman From day one, this husband will make it clear, wewe ni mpango wa kando. There is no way on earth I'm leaving my wife for you. The day I wake up to realize you have disrespected my wife, insulted her, called her, or met up with her somewhere and you decided to tell her anything that caused her pain or cry or question me, that is the day you leave. Actually, I had not more than like 2 or 3 cases whereby that particular husband confronted the mpango wa kando and thoroughly beat her up for insulting the wife. And after being beaten, she was told, this is the end. Between me and you, this marks the end. And the man goes back to the wife and apologizes. I am not condoning the act of husbands cheating on their wives. But there is one profound thing I learned in Tanzania. Husbands respect their wives. Husbands respect their wives. Yes, they will go and cheat out there, but they respect their wives. Another thing, because there is much of Muslims in the country of Tanzania, and you know it's not a crime for them to marry 2, 3, or 4 wives. I also learned that they have to consult the first wife to give an approval for him to bring in another wife. And whichever how many numbers of wives that come in that homestead, the first wife has the say. These others are helpers. And the respect is maintained as a first wife. So these are some of the things that I have learned, that actually if men really, those who are engraved in the tradition where it is okay to marry 1, 2, 3, 4 wives, it is important to respect your wife, your first wife. It's important to make this other woman know that it is disrespectful to insult this other woman. It is enough that you're causing her pain. It is also not right, even you as the other woman. Now let me speak to the other woman. You as the other woman, it is not right that you are already causing pain to this particular woman, and now you want to stab her, you want to kill her by calling her, insulting her, intimidating her. I have told you, I have lived. There is a living case to this day I will never forget, that a lady friend I used to talk to died as a result of that. So it is not right. It is not right. And yet, yes, I will say that, yes, I've interacted with so many people and I have learned a lot along my journey of life. Yes, you may say a man cannot stay with one woman, or can stay, some can't. Some it is a mistake that they did, some it's normal. But choose to make sure that if you feel 100% this other second woman must be there, set your first wife free. Even if she has made a choice to stay in the union of marriage, give her the respect she deserves. Give her the peace she deserves. Make sure you're taking care of her as you did from the start. Make sure that nothing has changed between you two other than the love that you used to give her, now that you have chosen to give it to somebody else. But make her free. Set her free. And also it's important to also allow her, even though I know it is a man's nature to not agree to release the wife, and especially if the wife was good. You want to have everything. You want to eat your cake and have it. I know, but it is as a gentleman. And you feel surely that there is no more, there is nothing between us. Instead of aggressively leading this woman into her grave, let her go and find her happiness elsewhere. Because by the end of the day, what you don't find attractive, it's attractive to another person. Let her, as happy as you are out there, let her also start her own life and be happy out there. And with those few remarks, let me say, I pray that I've made a mark in somebody's life, that it doesn't mean that when you're beaten, or when you are abused, or when a woman will die in the hands of an abusive man, that is the only time it is termed as murder. I have realized that many women have died in the hands of their husbands, and it is actually murder because they died of stress-related diseases. I pray by these few pointers that I have made in this discussion of today that I have helped a woman. I have helped a mother. I have helped a son and a daughter. Children who have lived to watch their mother so stressed out, and they can really tell if something doesn't happen, their mother will die. And the mother cannot see that coming because they are so focused on others, not themselves. And also I pray that the husbands who have been doing this, and especially after crossing that line and now becoming a narcissist, kindly stop. Because you are going to deny your children their mother. You are going to rob of your children their mother. So stop it and set her free. Let her become who she is. Let her go and become happy elsewhere. That woman who have decided to stay, if you are going to stay, stay, but kindly do not allow yourself or subject yourself into stress-related ailment. If you are staying, close that chapter that your husband loves another and let it not affect you going forward. Because you're saying you're staying for the sake of your children, this is the only remedy. Stay for the sake of your children by making sure that you're not going to die of stress-related diseases because of what your husband is doing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my sentiments today. I pray that it will change your life. The key thing is here, I want to save a life after this video. Let there be no other life be lost. It's my prayer that no other life will be lost because of stress-related diseases. And until next time, keep watching, keep commenting, liking, sharing, and those who have not subscribed, kindly subscribe. Thank you.